He's got the skid mark to prove it. He's still crying about it? Anybody got a baby bottle? Diaper? Yeah, got to check him in for me, please. Check him in. Need you to check him in for me, please. Go ahead and let him run a couple of laps also. Let him get his motor up to temp. Let him run some laps. Let him run some laps. Let him get his motor up to temp. I don't want him to flame out. Let John Bernard come on out here and we will get him dropped down, get him checked in. We flame out. Just go ahead and run a lap on around, sir. Looks like he's not driving too straight. This is a 7-minute main, so our Nitro guys should be able to make a full lap in that number 1 starting position. It's going to be John Bernard in the number 2 position. It'll be Brandon Denmark. In the 3, Ricky Lehman. The 4 will be open. In the 5 spot, it will be David Showers. And in that number 6 spot, it'll be David Ponder. Electric guys, go ahead and get in position. We'll let the Nitro guys come up behind you. Check. Yeah, if you want to come on, walk down a little bit closer, come to me. Come towards me. Come towards me, walk this way. Come this way. Anybody you starting so far back? Alrighty. Hold on a minute, I don't think they understand. Well, you just want to start like this or what? That's fine, alright. Everyone will go on the tone, but just put them in position. On the tone in lesson 5. Kind of rough there for those Nitro guys. They're going to load up just a little bit. Want them to clean them out and then drop them down. But we'll get it going anyway. It's a 7-minute main. Let's see who's out in front. That looks like it is John Bernard. Ricky Lehman out in that 2 spot after Brandon Denmark has some problems going up and over that quad. John Bernard out in front on that left-hand side of the track. Here he comes down that back straightaway. Caution on that back stretch. Caution on the back stretch. One's done lost his lid on the back stretch. He's going to try to keep it going. Let's see if Ricky Lehman now does the big triple. Going to try to run down John Bernard. John Bernard out in front in that Techno. It looks like it is Ricky Lehman trying hard to run him down. Oh, man. Gets a little bit squirrely there on the quad. Loses control. Going to give some space now up to John Bernard. Brandon Denmark starting to run him down for that number 2 spot. Brandon up and over that mountain on that left-hand side of the track. Ricky Lehman on the right-hand side of the track. Hand full of trigger there for Brandon Denmark. Want to try and run down Ricky Lehman. Our race leader starting to pull away. Oh, gets tangled up a little bit with lap traffic. Right there at the mountain. So does second place. Here comes Brandon Denmark. Almost takes the toes out on the turn marshal. New second place car is Brandon Denmark. Ricky Lehman trying to take it back away from him. Up and over the mountain they go on that left-hand side. Down that back straightaway, Ricky Lehman gets a little bit squirrely. Brandon going to pull away just a little bit. Oh, runs it too hard into the corner. Gives that position up to Ricky Lehman. Ricky Lehman gets it stuck in the dust bowl there for just a moment. Very tight battle now for that number 2 spot. John Bernard pulling away. Brandon Denmark getting a little bit squirrely. Got a nice battle going on for that number 2 spot. Brandon Denmark trying to take it away from Ricky Lehman. Ricky Lehman trying to run away. Almost gets collected with lap traffic. He does get collected with lap traffic. New second place car is Brandon Denmark. Ricky Lehman all over and they tie together once again. Ricky Lehman upside down. Still plenty of time to run him down. 5 minutes to go. John Bernard out in front. Brandon Denmark in that 2 spot. Ricky Lehman in the 3. David Showers in the 4. Dave Ponder in the 5 spot. Ricky gets a little bit squirrely. So does Brandon Denmark. He just bypasses the mountain, completely takes out a cone. Going to try to keep it going. Ricky Lehman, handful of trigger, trying to get some traction in that 4-wheel drive A-scale buggy. Oh, big jump there out of Brandon Denmark. Ricky has a little bit of problem still within striking distance of Brandon. for that number 2 finishing position. Still plenty of time. Looks like, yes, he's hung up on the pipe. He's the big lead now for that number 2 running Buggy of Brandon Denmark. Some whip action out of Ricky Lehman. Our race leader going to be coming up behind third place here in just a moment. Going to put third place a lap down. Brandon Denmark working that beginning inside section of the track, coming around Daytona 1 and 2. Up and over, big quad there out of Brandon Denmark. Everybody's starting to kind of spread out a little bit. Let's see if Ricky's running down. He's still got plenty of time on the clock. 4 minutes left to go. Looks like Ricky's starting to settle down just a little bit. John Bernard gets into him. Ricky trying to get that big run on Daytona 3-4. Brandon now coming up and over the quad. Ricky down the back straightaway. 3:42 left to go. 3:42 left to go, racers. Watch out, Brian. We don't need another Denmark hurt. Brandon having some problems. Where's Ricky Lehman? Ricky Lehman on the left-hand side of the track. Brandon now, just now getting back on all 4 wheels, tying up with some lap traffic. Ricky going to have to deal with some of that lap traffic here in just a moment, trying to work his way past. Ricky now within striking distance. Oh man, he hits the rail, tumbles on the back straightaway. We're starting to close in on Brandon. Our race leader, John Bernard. John right now in the Techno. We got one upside down. That's a Nitro guy. Ricky Lehman trying to close that gap in on Brandon Denmark. Right now the gap's 8.7 seconds. Still got plenty of time on the clock. 2:40 left to go, racers. 2:40 left to go. Ricky Lehman with a big quad jump as he jumped up over. Uh-oh. Looks like he's lost his motor. Quit going on him. Still got steering. Turn him off, turn him back on. See if you can get him going again. Brandon Denmark now going to have a full lap on third place. Looks like he's done. Nope, got him going again. Right now he's 1 lap down. Brandon's going to need to keep it on all 4 wheels. Don't go backwards on the straightaway. Don't go backwards on the straightaway, please. Two minutes left to go. 2 minutes left to go here at River Rat on this Labor Day weekend. And boy, is it ever a hot one. Brandon Denmark still on the same lap as John Bernard, but John's closing in behind him. He's John's only back about 4.5, 5 seconds right now from putting Brandon a lap down. He'll have a lap on the entire field. Minute 30 to go. Minute 30 to go. Ricky Lehman going to give John Bernard a wet willy real quick, see if he can mess him up. Brandon Denmark. Brandon Denmark, the skid mark. I wish somebody had that on video. That'd have been awesome.
1 minute left.
1 minute left to go here in the 7-minute main for 180 Buggy. Everybody's all spread out on the track right now. John Bernard out in front. Brandon Denmark in the 3. Ricky in that, Brandon Denmark in the 2. Ricky Lehman in the 3. David in the 4. David Ponder in the 5 spot. Oh man, Brandon gets nervous as the race leader was behind him. Looks like John's going to hold up. Handful of trigger for John Bernard down that back straightaway, probably running right at about 35 to 40 miles an hour down that back straightaway. 10 seconds left on that race clock. 10 seconds left to go.
The race is over.
And that is it. John Bernard taking that win from tone to tone. Brandon Denmark in that 2 spot. Ricky Lehman in the 3 spot. Looks like David Ponder's going to finish up in the 4. Track is still hot. Track is still hot. Austin, got to make sure you don't ever turn your back on the car. Track is still hot, waiting on that last nitro to finish up. It's almost there. There we go, that's a race. Finish order: John, Brandon, Ricky, David, and David Showers.
Yeah. No, you're on.
Great job. Love it.
Now.